Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, and welcome to the third video in the series where we're breaking down all of my Blitz teams in Marvel Strike Force and throwing out as many tips and tricks as we can along the way. So even if you don't have the exact characters or can't fully form all of these teams, hopefully you can learn some good stuff throughout the videos about certain timings and interactions and just see some really cool gameplay. So again, this is the third team that we have, and in terms of kind of my Infinite Blitz teams and how I categorize this one, the other two that we've covered so far on the channel have an A rating, so that's kind of a 90% plus win rate. This one is about an 80% because there's a few more counters, but still in the right scenario and the right matchup, this one is so insanely effective. So it's a minion swarm team with Drax, Black Widow, Yondu, Daredevil, and Nobu. The objective is just to pump out a lot of minions, and you have Black Widow to speed up the team, and Daredevil to deliver some of the single target damage, and Drax to take pretty much the brunt of the damage at the start of the fight from the opponents. And I think positioning, at least in terms of this team, could be very vital to winning some of the matchups. You always want to have Black Widow right next to Drax and Drax on the end. That way you can counter opponents like Daredevil or Spider-Man or anybody that kind of has a chain attack if Black Widow's in stealth on the first turn. But certain characters like Hawkeye can ping her out of stealth as well, so there are a few matchups and criteria. But generally with this team, the big golden rule is you want to try and avoid characters with big area effects on their first turn, so it's like mainly Punisher and Iron Man that generally tend to be a bit of an issue for this team. But aside from that, we're going to start off with maybe a fairly easy team and then work our way up. Again, this one is very good against a lot of the slower teams with a lot of tanks. So yeah, this should be a pretty perfect matchup here. And again, we are at the very peak end of the 4x multiplier, so this is as difficult as Blitz can get. But again, we're going to start with a fairly easy matchup, hopefully, for this team to get through. But let's have a little bit of a look here. So yeah, just in terms of kind of our kill priority here, we probably want to get, it's either Iron Fist or Nobu that we want to commit to at the start. I think we probably want to get down Iron Fist before his second turn ultimate though. Just save Drax a little bit of health there, because Nobu isn't generally too much of an issue. Right, we're going to summon some additional hand minions in there with Nobu. And we have the choice here. If we want to save a little bit of health on Drax, we can kill some of the hand minions. I think I'm going to go for the hand archer there. Unfortunately, he got the dodge. Lucky son of a bitch. But anyway, let's use the snipe there, because the hand archer can be a bit of a pain in the ass. You got the revive, which is so annoying, man. We had some terrible RNG there. Okay, let's go ahead. Throw out the Yakka arrow. That should clear up all of the hand minions. We haven't been off to the best start here, but also very luckily Black Widow tends to be pretty much the perfect counter to Hulk. Hopefully we'll get a chain on. Unfortunately, no chain on with bleed there. The RNG, man, has been absolutely terrible so far. This has been some of the worst randomness I've seen in matchups, which does prove that this game just it gets rigged pretty much. Okay, let's summon a couple of additional minions on Yondu. So Yondu, you are always hoping for those boomers, man. And I think we're going to try and leave Hulk alone here. Actually, we've got him below 50%. We might as well nuke into Hulk at the moment. Let's steal the regeneration off Luke Cage. Get Black Widow topped up a little bit there. But also, because Hulk is just such an incredibly slow character, we actually should have a stun on him next turn when it comes around on Black Widow. So yeah, I think we'll just nuke into the Luke Cage. Oh no, I forgot about the Ronan interaction. Okay, he's going to slam there. Right, mistakes were made. But now what are we going to do? Okay, let's try and clean up this Iron Fist if we can with Daredevil. And now let's... Oh, we just can potentially copy some counter-attack. Let's copy counter-attack off Hulk. And I think we should try and get Hulk down at the moment. Let's heal up a little bit on the Stitcher. Get a bit of value from that, potentially. If Black Widow can stay alive for another stun, we should be in a fairly good position here. I think next turn she gets her stun. Let's penetrate through Always Angry. Just make sure we get the stun here for a little bit of safety. Again, no chain on with the bleed. Ugh, rubbish. Okay. Let's use the speed up here. Summon a couple more minions on Nobu. And also some more minions from the opposing team have come into play. But we summoned ours first, so ours should go before the opposing team. However, let's hope this chain's on. Fortunately, we didn't get any chain on value there. And our hand minions went second by the look of it. So let's quickly clip that one off. We're going to use the cleave here on Ronan. That's going to eat up maybe counter-attack as well. So yeah, I think in comparison to, you know, the first two teams, in terms of like fight duration and play length, like this is definitely a team that has longer fights. It's nowhere near as quick and bursty as like the what is it, Iron Man and Gamora team, and Spider-Man as well, or the Tech team. But it's a team that can definitely win those matchups when you get to the higher tier. Okay, we've got maybe a slightly more challenging one here, because we've Rocket and Hawkeye in the mix as well. Night Nurse isn't really too much of a threat, but yeah, we do need to be a little bit careful of that Ronin, getting rid of potentially a high-value stun on Black Widow. But let's try and pay a little bit closer attention to that timing, because that's something I should have known for the previous match. But that's one of the fun things about Marvel Strike Force. There are so many additional little caveats and interactions between characters that you sometimes forget about when you're proper in the zone. Okay. Alright, let's hope... Ah, that's good. That's another thing that the hand minions can be quite useful for, is generally they get prioritized. So even if like a character like Hawkeye does get through your Drax, then generally like Winter Soldier's ultimate, Rocket's ultimate, the big single target ones tend to target hand minions a lot of the time. So the hand minions can just be useful for soaking up the damage there. But anyway, let's use the taunt on Drax here, try and get Rocket down. As soon as really Rocket and Hawkeye are down, oh, man, we had some bad luck there. Okay, I think we're going to go in for Hawkeye. Hawkeye stun or Luke Cage stun. Actually, we'll stun Luke Cage. Hopefully we'll get the bleed on everybody. And burst Hawkeye down. Okay, Ronin's just going to dispel next turn. I think Hawkeye might fire off his blind here. So hopefully this doesn't land on the boomer. I think it landed on one of the boomers. I can't see if that's on my boomer or Yondu. Okay, I'm going to gamble that this is going to hit. Unfortunately not. Okay, let's get Hawkeye down here. And now, just in terms of kill order, we're just going to finish off this Night Nurse, sort out the Ronin, and then deal with Luke Cage. But as soon as you get those Yondu minions in, the game is pretty much over. But sometimes I have some of the deaths that I have on this one, when Drax gets like played through quite early on, and then just some like crazy stuff happens, and my Yondu gets like one shot. But generally, if Yondu is kept alive, then this turns out to be a pretty good combo for the most part. And there we go, another not too shabby win there, but again, not the most difficult team and matchup out there. So let's look for something with maybe a little bit more beef, a little bit more juice. This one actually I think might be quite good for highlighting. Elektra can get through the Drax there, which might be a bit of an issue. But there's a lot of damage here. Okay, maybe this one's a bit of a crapshoot, but let's go for it. Because this is going to depend on, you know, who, what is it? Winter Soldier decides to use his ultimate on, I would imagine. Right, let's get the speed up. Okay, so we got it on Daredevil there. Now, who do I want to nuke down? I think Thor is kind of the biggest threat. Generally, when it comes to this team, you want to nuke down the character that has, like, some, like, late-game area of effect. Because if you can just keep on summoning minions, then it makes it very difficult for a lot of the single-target characters to sort out. But there we go. Again, as I was saying earlier, like, Winter... what is it? Those hand minions are good for eating up, like, some very heavy single-target attacks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stun Korath here, and hopefully the bleed goes to Winter Soldier. Or maybe we don't get any bleed at all. But next turn we have Yaka Arrow to quickly finish off that Thor. Then I think we want to get Korath down. And then probably Winter Soldier, and then Elektra or Iron Fist after that. But we're going to be able to summon a couple of boomers into the mix in a second. Got the speed up on Yondu, which is quite nice there. Right, let's use that minion summon. Again, Drax is soaking up so much damage, doing such an awesome job there. We're going to use the Boomer's Cleave just on Winter Soldier and Korath. And do you want to cleave over this side? You know what, let's just get this Winter Soldier down just to be safe there. Sort out Elektra, and hopefully she doesn't get a revive. And finish off with Iron Fist here. Pop, 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 pop. And let's go for the stun, just seal this deal. Chuck the Yaka Arrow in, Iron Fist is down. Not too shabby at all, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and move to probably our final matchup of today. So again, we do want to ideally avoid the Punisher. To be honest, Ronan is a bit of a pain in the ass sometimes for this matchup as well. But this Black Panther Winter Soldier one should be quite good, because Drax should really absorb a lot of the brunt of the damage right at the start of this fight. But I think in terms of who we want to kill here, it's probably go for Black Panther, like, as soon as possible. Just because if Black Panther can somehow get to another ultimate, that could be a very, potentially quite bad time for this team. We do have a lot of opportunity to nuke into him here. Fortunately, Night Nurse got the top up, so it's making him a little bit more resistant. But, see there, Drax soaking up the ultimate. And let's go for the taunt. Yak Arrow should be enough to get Black Panther down. And now let's sneak into the Winter Soldier. We need to be careful of Yondu's, Ronan's Dispel here, which is going to be right before Hulk Smash. So I think if we delay it a bit, there might be an interval which we can stun Hulk. Let's see about that one. Let's just use the speed up here. Or maybe Ronan might not even use it. Actually, now that he's sped up, he's going to go... Ah, yes, this is it. Okay, now that Hulk's sped up, he's going to go before Ronan, because Ronan is ever so slightly faster than Hulk. But you get that speed up, it's sorted, boys. So that's how you play around the smash there with this team. It's going for a little bit of Winter Soldier. And then we'll probably get... summon a couple more hand minions. Just stack this team up even more. And there we go. Ronan dies. Let's get even more minions in just for the BM here. You can see how this team is just so good, man, when there's just not too much immediate threat. So you want to look for those really tanky teams of this one. Is definitely the thing to look out for. I'll tell you what, we'll go for one more match. Who looks like they're going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. This one might be walking into, yeah, a little bit of a trap here. They both present their equal challenges. I think we'll go for this one, though, because this is going to be a speed-up Yondu and also Rocket. So Yondu and Rocket both have their area of effects quite early here, but we want to try and nuke that Yondu down as soon as possible. Yeah, that first turn on Daredevil is always very, very nice. Some awesome damage there. Let's get rid of the speed up on Yondu. And now with the hand minion summon, hopefully we should have enough damage. Oh, no. We actually do have the... Oh, no, we can steal some buffs there. Okay, that's going to be nice. Black Widow helping us get through a little bit more. Okay, I can't really see how much that Yondu has left. Right, screw it. Let's go for that attack in on Drax. And what do I want to do here? Yak Arrow? Yeah, we'll probably use the Yak Arrow. Yondu's like actually getting quite wrecked here. We should be able to stun that Rocket to prevent him from using his ultimate there. So that was just, you know, an additional bit of safety just in case Luke Cage taunted in the interval there. Let's use the speed up. If we can get the minion summon on Yondu, then this is going to be pretty much sorted. And also Nobu's in a really good position as well. Counter attack. You know, I'll get it. There's a bit of value on the counter attack, just on Daredevil and Drax. But generally speaking, I know this is something that people say when I'm playing Nobu, but I feel like the counter attack struggles to have like a consistent amount of value, and also I don't have it fully upgraded at the moment, so it doesn't apply to absolutely everyone, and especially in Blitz, like all of the minions are getting one shot anyway, so it can be a little bit tricky there. But we got one counter attack on what was it, Daredevil. So Nobu's ultimate's okay, man, but I find a lot of my better fight outcomes have been just trying to keep him in stealth, so that we can just get more hand minions kind of later, because if we can get an additional wave of those, it's just some great value. And there we go, another wave of hand minions coming into the mix. Let's speed up again. A few more boomers, why not? Let's go get this Luke Cage down, then Night Nurse, and then we're done. So yeah, we've managed to sustain all wins today, so not too shabby, especially for the amount we're punching up, man. Like the top end of the 4 times multiplier, even for some of the most ditzy champions, can be a very, very brutal place as well. But yeah, essentially that's the general stuff. You know, if you're playing this team and setup that you're looking to play around. So it's really, for the most part, just avoiding those Iron Mans and Punishers on the first turn, because, yeah, they're going to wreck you quite a bit. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the 3rd video in the Blitz Team series. If you did enjoy it today, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.